गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः सीताय पतये नमः सीताय पतये नमः. So last week we were seeing how we are in the Adhyatma Ramayana, Ayodhyakand, chapter 9, verse number 66 we have to begin with, but we'll just recap from 63rd verse. Yadaham mahabhage nanrutam satyameva tata mayaiva preritavani tava vaktra dvinirgata devakaryartha siddhyartham atra dosha kutastava gachatvam hृदि मां नित्यं भावयन्ति दिवानिशं सर्वत्र विगतस्नेहा मद्भक्त्या मोक्ष्यसे चिरात् अहं सर्वत्र समदृग् द्वेष्यो वा प्रिय एव वा. So before this, our mother Kaikeyi, she has...
Sorry, Swami, which chapter?
Chapter 9, Ayodhyakand, chapter 9, verse... You didn't listen? 65.
Okay.
So, yeah, we should start from here. Verse number 61 we should start with. Pahi Vishweshwaranta Pahi Vishweshwarananta Jagannatha Namostute Chindi Snehamayam Pasham Putra Vittadi Gocharam Tvat Jnanana Lakhangena Tvamaham Sharanam Gata Kaikeya Vachanam Shrutva Rama Sasmitam Abravit. Kaikeyi, after Ramchandraji has all he has given the paduka, he has given his sandals to his brother to be put on the throne and rule the kingdom on the behalf of the sandals. Sandals represent the ideals on which the man is walking. So don't wear anyone's shoes, don't steal anyone's shoes because you don't know what type of what character that fellow is. So if it is Lord's shoes, no problem. But that also is very difficult to fill in because what he stands for, he is infinite. And what you stand for, finite. How can finite stand in the infinite? There is no way. Either you transform yourself into the infinite, then it is good. You work towards the ideals, that is good. So here so all that has happened, and the Kaikeyi is the mother, the favorite mother. There were three mothers. Kausalya is the mother of Ramchandraji, Sumitra and Kaikeyi. But Ramchandraji, the Lord Ram, was most favorite of the youngest one. But youngest one also had her own son, and she concocts a plan to get the kingdom for her son and send the divine Ram to the forest. And now she is repenting, and therefore she says, "Oh, the Lord of the universe, she has come, her eyes have opened up. because the rishis, munis, they respect Ramchandraji as the Lord. So she has also seen the magnanimity, the power of Sri Ram. So she says, O Lord of the Vishvesharananta, you are Ananta, you are infinite, you are Vishveshwara, you are the Lord of the universe. You are the Jagannatha, you are the Jagannatha is the Lord of the universe. Please save me from the sins that which I have committed. Namostute. First she says, my prostrations to you, not to my son. Not prostrations to my son. No mother will prostrate to her son. Huh? Only when a mother recognizes that this son of mine is none other than the Lord, then she wants, when that third eye opens, then she will surrender to him, not as the son, but because he is the Lord or some great one. Exactly the same way, now even though her eyes are seeing Sri Ram, but her mind is telling he is the Lord of the universe. And therefore she says, Namostute, my prostrations, my salutations. Chindi sneha mayam pasham. Chindi means cut away all the love, the attachment that I have. Chindi sneha mayam pasham putra vittadi gocharam. And what am I caught up in? I'm caught up in sneha. Sneha is attachment. Sneha is love. When does love become attachment? Question? All mothers?
Hold on to them.
When does love become attachment?
Love becomes attachment.
When does love turn into
You are expecting something.
infatuation, attachment?
You are expecting something.
No. Love by nature is unconditional. Love by nature is infinite. Love is you in essence. Love is God. But when that love is showered only on one object or one person, one form, then it leads to attachment. It should maintain. As much as I love my son, that much I love all other sons. Don't extend it too much. As much as I love my husband, I love all husbands. Big problem. Then problem. It should not be like that. So here she's saying that I am at your refuge shelter. Please, chindi. Chindi means cut away my pasham. Pasham is all the bindings, all the shackles, all the chains that are holding me. And what are these chains and what are these shackles? These are shackles of infatuation. These shackles are love expressing as attachment. And what is that towards? Putra. Putra means child. Second is vitta. Vitta means wealth. So why did she send the Lord himself, the one whom she loved as a young kid? Why did she send him to the forest? Because she wanted her son, the born from her womb, to become the king of Ayodhya. She wanted all the wealth for herself, that she'll become the most important queen. So she says, see, there are three desires in which keep the man going, human being going. What are they? Remember? Putreshna, Vitteshna, Lokeshna. These three desires keep you in the cycle of birth and death. First is Putreshna. That is a desire for a child or a son. What is life if I don't have? Nowadays kids don't have that problem, but from our times we have. Nowadays they want to, what is your child? No, doggy is my child. Or a cat is my child. I don't want real children. Why? Too difficult to handle. Why? Dog listens to me. My child will not listen to me. So no child. So Putreshna. But why they used to have Putra? Why there was desire for children? Because if you take even 70, 80 years ago, it was an agrarian society. People wanted more hands to work on the field. And also, our tradition goes, in many cultures it is there, that the boy must light the fire to the pyre when the person is dead. Or in that the son should put the mud into the grave once the body has been lowered. So that is the tradition. Girls were not allowed to do that. Only boys were allowed to do. The son was allowed to do. Therefore, putreshana. And that is how the woman takes on the name of the family into which she is married. Whereas boy, he carries on his name. He doesn't change it to wife's name, wife's family name. So that is another reason that the people, the society wanted, human beings wanted a son. Second, vitteshana. I want to collect wealth. Why do I want to collect? Good life, needs. Needs is different. But more and more and more and more wealth. Why? Because they want it for themselves. But they will say, I want to make sure the future of my child is secure. My child's future is secure. Why? Did you not give him education? I gave. Why? He doesn't have a job. He has a job. Doesn't he have everything? He has everything. Then why you want to make his future secure by working so hard and collecting? So either you have created a child who is good for nothing, so you collect everything. But if you have got a good child and given the right values and given the right education and he's got a good job, then why you have to, hello? Then why do you have to secure? It is not in their name. You are securing yours. It is your desire. It is not the desire of the child. Nowadays children, what do they say? I have seen good families where the child says, I don't want anything from you. And the parents have collected. When the children were small, they have collected, and the child, once he grows up, finishes his job, university, gets into a job, and he says to the parent, I don't want what you have collected. You keep it with you. I'll make my own life. So many families I go, you may not have gone to so many families as many families I go to. Everywhere. It's a pride. If the kid in the house is saying, I will make my own life. I don't want anything to hand over. You can do whatever you want to do with your money. And then they complain, you see, we worked so hard for our children and he doesn't want anything. For whom did I do this? You did it because you wanted it. Don't blame that poor fellow. You have given him good values. That's why he's saying that I will make my own life. And it's good. Why should he take a handout from you? Correct, no? Because that is the way parents keep the children. Emotional blackmail. I have got the $1 million. Behave, otherwise it will not come to you. In many houses it happens like that. And the parents keep saying, it is all for you only, it is all for you only, it is all for you only. 10 times they will say, and suddenly 11th time, I had done so much for you and you don't even listen to this. Started controlling. Control mechanism comes in. And those who are intelligent, first time itself they cut it. You don't do it for me. Everyone does everything in life for themselves. Don't live in a fool's world that you are doing it for someone else. Or that someone else can be your husband or wife or children. Nobody does anything for anyone. They only do it for themselves. You love your husband for your sake. You love your wife for your sake. You divorce also for your sake. You marry second time again for your sake. No, I think my first wife will not like if I am alone. I will go and get. Nobody thinks that way. Everything is for your sake. So don't put the burden on someone else. So here she's saying, she's recognized. Putreshana Vitteshana. When you have lot of wealth, then what do you do with that wealth? You want to help people. Even if they don't want help you, then you take. Huh? And after that, you give. And afterwards you go around advertising. I gave Sangeeta so much money. I gave Narayana when he was in trouble, I gave him so much money. Nagaraj was in trouble, I gave him so money. And slowly, slowly the word spreads. When you spread the word by yourself that you have been helping others, you think she doesn't have dignity? You think he doesn't have? Everyone has their dignity. They have their own pride. They don't like it. They start moving away from you. Then they don't give your money back. Why? You opened your mouth too quick, too soon. Open your mouth after taking the money, not before. So, the third is lokeshana. Lokeshana means you want, when you have the wealth, automatically name and fame will come with it. And that, you see all the politicians, you see all the top athletes, you see the cricketers in India, you see the Hollywood or Bollywood, so popular. Every day their happiness depends upon the likes that they have got on the Instagram or Facebook. Lokeshana. But all these are near the world. Because you have the money, they all love you. Tomorrow, if you are in the jail because of embezzlement, all of them, no, we don't know him. Immediate next day, they will not know you. So, the world is opportunist. So don't live in this fool's world that all these people love me, that's why they have come. No desire. So what is a happy life? If it is you are meant to have a child, it will come. Nobody can stop it from happening. But to desire a child, you are going the wrong way, because if it doesn't come, then you will be miserable for the rest of your life. If wealth is meant to come, it is in your destiny, it will come. But should we not try to produce wealth? You must try to produce wealth. But don't desire it. Produce. Work hard. And whatever comes, take it as the blessings. And third, name and fame comes. Don't desire name and fame. Saints don't go around advertising, I am a great saint, I got so many powers, I can make inert objects move, all animals are under my thumb, all people, I can read everyone's mind, no, they don't go and say this. They sit quietly in their own room. People come and discover that here is a rare phenomena who has perfected himself. Somehow the word spreads. The flower doesn't go around and say, hey, listen, I have now bloomed and I got nectar. Please come and take nectar from me. Does flower say that? It just blooms and stays on the plant, and the bees start automatically coming. Exactly the same way it should be. But what do? We advertise, we start our website, we start our YouTube channel, we start Instagram account, we start Facebook account, and everywhere we put. Why? We want to be known to other people. Lokeshana. So, having said this, she says, you must cut my shackles and infatuation and cravings and attachment and love towards my son and wealth with the sword representing the fire of enlightenment and truthful wisdom. First time in her life, this so-called wicked lady, the wicked mother, meaning she was a stepmother, but we saw that it was not her wish to speak these words, but it was the wish of the divine gods, the demigods, who requested the father, the divine father, that please help. If Ramchandra ji becomes if Lord Ram becomes the king, he will become comfortable in the kingdom, then who will kill this demon in the south? So, what to do? They went and made the goddess of learning to come and sit on the tongue of the mother. And she made the tongue speak the evil words and ask for the boon. And eventually all this has happened. So, now that effect is over. After the effect is over, just like when the fever is there, you are not good for nothing. When the fever is over, suddenly everything is good. So same way, she realizes what she has done and she can't, I did that, all this. Now she is repenting and she says that all I want is only enlightenment. All I want, what is enlightenment? Fire of enlightenment. Our purpose of human birth is only one. Human birth is not for children, human birth is not for wealth, human birth is not for name and fame. Human birth, we are very lucky to have had the human birth, and it is to be utilized for only one purpose, and that is to realize that we are the infinite reality. Or come one level down, that come to realize that the Lord is expressing through us, and we see the whole world as the Lord sees it. And how does he see it? No difference from him. He is the material of the whole creation, and he is the creator of whole creation. What is that vision like? Where the material as well as the creator is one and the same? You don't have one. Example. You have to vanish because your individuality depends upon differences. Your individuality is established due to duality. But when we merge, so she's asking, please let this fire of enlightenment, let this fire be inaugurated within me of contemplation, so that it burns away all the desires and cravings and attachments and etc. And I come to abide in the wisdom that the truth is Twadjnana Tvam Aham Sharanam Gata, and therefore Tvam Aham Sharanam Gata. So I have come to your feet, O Lord. He's only 16 years old. She is elderly mother. But she's saying, I have come to your feet. Kaikeya vachanam shrutva ramasasmitam abravit. Kaikeya, the mother's name was Kaikeyi. Kaikeya, what do you call, having shrutva, having listened to the vachanam, the words and the speech of Kaikeyi, Rama Sasmita Abravit, smilingly. He looked at his mother and he spoke these words. How beautiful. Hearing these, here the commentary says, hearing these words of sincere remorse and regret, truthful realization and enlightenment from Kaikeyi, Sri Ram smiled and said, So, here last week we told you that just as Bharat was told the reality of Sri Ram by sage Vashishta, otherwise he would have kept insisting that my brother, you come back and be the king. You come and be the king. He offered also that you go and be the king and I'll go and kill Ravana. And Bharat could not have killed Ravana. Then, what did the story say? Ramchandra ji just looked at sage Vashishta from the corner of his eye. And two great, he is a realized master, sage Vashishta is a great person. Just that look, he understood what Ramchandra ji wanted. Immediately he said, Bharat, this is the younger brother, come with me, took him away and told him, whom you are, don't insist. Why? You are in the presence of the Lord Divine himself. He has a job to do. What is the job, sir? Oh, he has to kill that demon. So if he goes back, then who will go to? That is his purpose. It is not your purpose, it is his purpose. We don't even know what our purpose in life is, because we are lost. We are lost. Lost in counting the bricks. Lost in this toilet is blocked, that bathroom is blocked, that shower is not working, this wall is broken, that balcony is leaking, my child is not listening. We are lost in all these things. And what is the purpose of life? We told you just now. It is to realize the truth that you are that truth. You are that infinite consciousness. So he says, the Lord Narayana, the Lord Divine has incarnated as Lord Ram, as Sri Ram, for this purpose only, to kill the 10-headed Ravana. 10-headed Ravana, the one who is under the influence, control, slavery of his 10 senses. 2 nostrils, 2 eyes, 2 ears, etc., etc. What do you call? 2 nostrils, 2 eyes, 2 ears. How many it is? 6. Mouth, 7. Skin, 8. Genitals and anus, 9 and 10. 10. Or you can put it in another way, 5 organs of perception and 5 organs of action. So 5 organs of perception are seeing, hearing, touching, feeling, tasting, and organs of action are hands, legs, genitals, anus, and speech. So these are the 10 heads of that demon who has to be killed, for which purpose the Lord himself has taken incarnation on the earth as Sri Ram. So when he was told that, suddenly he understood. Then what to do? Take the sandals and leave him alone. Then afterwards, here they are saying that the Bharat, the younger brother of Sri Ram, he must have said to his mother also, Mom, you know whom did you send out? He's the Lord Narayana himself. Now she has realized suddenly. So she also has come to ask for forgiveness and expresses her expresses her salutations and asks for liberation. And in this way, now we come to the 63rd verse, where Sri Ramchandra ji is now replying to Kaikeyi. What does he say? Yadaha mam mahabhage nanrutam satyameva tat mayaiva prerita vani tava vaktra. Sri Ram replied to Kaikeyi, Mother, oh the most fortunate one. He doesn't say, oh sinful one, because she has committed the sin. A son must never speak in that manner to his mother. So, oh most fortunate one, whatever you have said is true, nothing is false. Meaning that repentance that you are showing is good. And what you have asked, that let the fire of enlightenment be invoked within me by your grace, O Lord, by which all my shackles, all my attachments, all my desires, they are burnt asunder. He says, yes, that is true what you have said, and that will happen in that sense. It was at my instance to fulfill the work of the gods that those words had come out of him. This is all happening in quiet. Other mothers are not able to listen. Other people are not able to listen. Lord Ram is telling his stepmother, it is on my insistence that you spoke those words. Only a saint can say that. Ramchandraji at age of 16, he is already a realized master. And he is Lord Narayana himself. And words had come out of your mouth. Deva karyatha siddhyartham atra dosha kutastava gachat hridimam nityam bhavayanti devanisham. Deva karya. And why was that said? I have already explained you that the gods went to the Divine Father. It was to complete the job, a request of the gods that I have taken birth, and it is Siddhartham atra dosha kutastha. There is no fault of yours at all. You are not to be blamed. Don't blame yourself, because everything that transpired was because of my will. Here, Sri Ram is not talking as the son, because she didn't address the son. She addressed whom? Lord Narayana, Lord Vishweshwara, Lord Ananta, who is beyond time, Lord Jagannath, who is the Lord of the whole universe. So that Lord is replying. So if you are addressing, if she says dad to you, naturally only dad will come out, no? Out of you. Husband will not come out, because daughter is calling, husband will not come out. Father only will come out. If wife is calling you, automatically husband will come out. So those are trigger words which bring out, but who are you? Man. Man is neither the father, nor the husband, nor the brother, nor the son. Man is man. So what are these? These are the roles which are appearing out of you because of the triggers outside. You have accepted those triggers. Catch this. It's very, very liberating. So similarly, Ramchandraji is absolutely quiet. Mother came, the moment she she triggered by saying these words, "Oh Lord, oh Jagannath," immediately the Lord is coming out, isn't it? And he's saying these words that he says in this atra dosha kutastava, that there is no fault of yours at all. Then gachatvam hridimam nityam bhavayanti divanisham. Now you should go and what do? Gachatvam and hridi mam nityam, and remember me eternally, continuously, incessantly, without a break in your heart. Go away from here now and remember me continuously in your heart. This is what we have to do. We have to remember the divine in our heart. If we want the peace of mind, by thinking about the world, which has got so much variety, something or the other will keep coming and disturbing your mind. So what is spirituality? Spirituality is moving away from multiplicity to one. That is, and what is that one? One can be anything, but we choose that one to be divine. So here the divine is Sri Ram. It can be Om. It can be one without a second. It can be Krishna. Whatever your sense of. Can it be table? Yes, it can be table also. In transcendental meditation, they teach you whether table, whether chair, wall, what tariki. Because everything is divine from that point of view, you know. So better, it will take me long time to discover that the wall is made up of divine. So I prefer to choose a divine symbol or a picture of God or a statue of God or the name of God, to click into that remembrance and forget the multiplicity of the world. But sir, it is so difficult, you know, I can't do it. Why it is so difficult? Achha, do you think of sleep every night when you go to sleep? Yes. Tell me, what do you think of? What do you think of when you think of sleep? Nothing. Is nothing a thing? No. If you can think of nothing, then you can certainly think of God as a form. But what happens when you think of sleep? From all the thoughts of the world, you become focused on sleep, and the sleep absorbs your mind, isn't it? And you go and you are in bliss. Exactly the same way when we think of the Lord, whatever our idea of God is, but here we are saying it is Sri Ram. So all our thoughts will lose their potency, and our mind will keep gravitating towards the Lord, because we have faith in Him, because we know that by merging into Him it is the ultimate. And because just like we know in our mind that when I sleep, I become refreshed. So same way, once I merge into the divine, I will be refreshed forever, not temporarily. And in this way, I apply myself. So he's saying that Gachatvam Hridimam Nityam, remember me continuously, incessantly in your heart. A day, Divanisham, day and night. Diva is day and Nisham is night. And Bhavayanti, do it now, and and day and night. Then what will happen? Sarvatra vigata sneha mad bhaktya moksha se achirat, immediately, without wasting a moment. And that is true. Divinity is right here and now. We are obsessed with the world. We are obsessed with our thoughts. We are obsessed with our body. We are obsessed with paneer that you are going to get afterwards. The taste is still there in the mouth. That's why I can. Huh? So we are obsessed with something or the other. We are obsessed with our memories. We are obsessed with our regrets, guilts, expectations, fears, anxieties, our pains, our miseries. The mind finds something to be obsessed all the time. That is how it is, because we have not trained it. So here he says that sarvatra vigata sneha, that if you remember me constantly in your heart day and night, you would become free of all affectionate relationships. Relationships are always, how do we? Whoever I like, I create a relationship. If I dislike someone, I create a relationship with that person that I don't want to be in his presence. Or if that person comes into my presence or into my house, I'll find some reason to quickly throw him out of the house. Isn't it? So we gravitate towards what we like and we gravitate away from what we dislike. Then we are happy. If we want to gravitate towards what we like and some obstacle comes in between, hatred towards that person or in that circumstance. And if we want to run away from something and again an obstacle comes in between, we are hateful towards that also. So understand, this is how your mind is working. Catch it. So here he says that you would become free from all affectionate relationships only because we have given value to something or someone. That thing has become dear to us. That thing has become dear. I just now gave the example of paneer. Why that paneer came? Because it was tasty. So it, somewhere while eating, I must have thought, wow, nice taste. It stayed as a memory and it came out. See? So you will become free of all. Because in the end, you are my father, or you are my mother, or you are my friend. From where is it coming from? Where is this recognition coming? It is coming from?
Past experience.
Yes, from memory, not just experience. From the memory it is coming. He will clear, taking the Lord's name, it clears away all the memories. Understand one rule again. Total memory is equal to ego. Less memory is equal to less ego. No memory is equal to zero ego. Then what's the point of living? This is the point of living. To live, not ruminating over the past, but living in the present and not worrying about the future. So don't ruminate the past, don't imagine the future, but live in the present moment. The truth will be served to you on a dinner plate It will be immediate. Here he says, Sarvatra Vigata Sneha, I'll break away all your attachments to everything in this world. If you, because of the devotion, it will get cut away. And Moksha se achirat, and you will attain liberation instantly. You will attain liberation instantly. Are you attaining liberation every moment? Are you attaining liberation every day? But you don't know it. That is the problem. So you are merging, the divine is expressing through you. You are of the nature of divine. After every thought, you are one with the divine. Every day when waking and dream go away, you are in sleep, you are one with divine. But I don't know, and I live a miserable life. We can never be divorced from the divine. Understand this. We can never be divorced. All that has happened is we have given more importance to the name and form. And where did that giving importance to name and form begin from? From our own body. I am only this. And who are you essentially? Infinite. It's like the space saying, I am only this 3 Kemsley close. But what is the nature of space? Infinite. The whole universe is in the space. And whether the universe is there or not there, space doesn't get affected. Our condition is like that. If this space is saying, why I am only this, why did they break this wall and make the stairs, why did they make the stairs, why did they not put the lift? Pathetic. It's attached to the name and form. What is its nature? Infinite. What is the nature of consciousness? The soul? Infinity. What is it attached to? Only this body. He's saying plumbing is not working, electricity is not working, switchboard has to be changed. What is the nature? Infinite. पागल बना के रखा अपने आप को. So he says that you shall become detached. Mat bhaktya. If you do the devotion by taking my name day and night, instantaneously I will liberate you. And that instantaneous liberation is the moment all the thoughts from your mind, meaning all the memories of the past or the expectations or imaginations of the future, they become zero. Or in other words, all desires become zero. In other words, all attachments become zero. That very moment, the divinity which is always your nature, which was hidden behind the thoughts, it reveals. After that, will I not be a mother or daughter or sister? Find out after you get there. Don't worry about it right now. First, if you want to worry, don't worry about the world. Worry about how to become infinite, how to be the infinite. There's only one way. Every moment of our existence, our attempt should be to go from many thoughts to one thought. From many thoughts of the world to one thought of the divine. And it should be done in secret. Don't announce to the world. Keep taking the name of the Lord. Keep remembering the Lord. Keep merging into the Lord. Keep invoking the Lord in your heart. Everything is yours. You alone are functioning through me. I understand it, but I'm not experiencing it. It is your job. Clear all the obstacles, like the mother told him. Somewhere along the way, the penny will drop. The moment penny drops, there it is. The moment husband drops, who reveals? Man. The moment father drops, who reveals? Man. What was the father due to? Why the man was considering himself to be father? Because there was a thought of daughter. The man was expressing as husband. Why? Because there was a thought of wife. She's there or not there, even the thought itself is enough. But if there is no thought of wife and there is no thought of daughter, there is no husband and there is no father, there is only man. If there is no thought of the world, gross, subtle or causal, you are consciousness, that is the truth, that is divinity. So our name of the game is from many thoughts to no thought. And not going to sleep. You have to be awake, because this is happening every day when you are going to sleep. But you are unaware that of your realization. You are unaware of your infinitude. Even though it regenerates you, it rejuvenates you, it inspires you to function for the next day, but you forget it's only temporary. You got caught in the cycle. You have to desire, I want to be permanently in that refreshed mode. So for that you have to come out of that cycle of waking, dream and deep sleep. And this is the way. And what is the way? Lord is saying, remember me in your heart day in and day out, and I will make sure that all your attachments, all your cravings, all your shortcomings are cut away, burnt away, and you will attain liberation instantly. This is his assurance, not only to his mother, to us also. But we also assure you, sir, Lord, thank you for giving us. We also assure you that we have understood what you have said, but we will continue to be attached to the world. This is our assurance to him. He says, Tathastu, so be it, continue, suffer. He doesn't say suffer, but he says continue. Aham sarvatra samadra dvesho va priya eva va. What does he say? He says that you would soon attain liberation. And then he says, the Lord is saying, I am of an even mind and equanimity towards all. What is of even mind? Balanced mind. What is a balanced mind? A mind which is in poise. Sukha dukkha same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yuddhasva na shochati na kangshati. Life will bring you joys and sorrows. Don't get excited when the joys come. Don't become disturbed when the sorrows come. So what do? Remain in the middle. The middle path. You have heard of that? That middle path is called equipoise. You don't allow the mind to get attached to joys. And so what are you doing? Attached to joys? Oh, this gave me joy. Oh, this food gave me joy. Oh, going to Uluru gave me joy. Oh, Great Barrier Reef gave me joy. I want to go again and again and again. And one day you are not able to go. Again, misery. Then anger. Then frustration. Restlessness. So how should we live? Neither get excited by the joys that are coming to you, nor get frustrated by the sukha, dukkha, but not get frustrated by the miseries that are coming to you. Nobody consciously, willingly invites miseries. But disease comes, isn't it? Headache comes, isn't it? Did you ask for it? No. Accidents happen, don't they? You didn't. When did you think, no, a long time I have not had an accident. Let me have an accident now. Do you say that to any time? I have been healthy for a long time. When am I going to get sick? The next day, fever. Hay fever starts. No, nobody wishes that. It comes. That is your destiny. Whatever joys and sorrows are given, they will come to you. Question is, are you getting affected by them, influenced by them, or are you in the middle? Sukha, dukkha. Similarly, victory, defeat. Are you in the middle of the, you are not affected by the victory, nor you are affected by the defeat. Neither you are affected by the gain, nor you are affected by the losses in life. Neither you are affected by the past regrets and guilts, nor you are affected by fear and anxiousness about the future. Remain in the middle, remain in the poise. That coming into the poise is being aware of the consciousness that you are, or take the name of the Lord, it will bring you there. Remember the Lord with love, with great devotion and faith. Remember Him. He is very gracious. So He says, I am of an even mind and equanimity towards all. So God does not say, I like this person because his name is Narayana, and I don't like this person because his name is Nagaraj. I like this person because he's speaking on Ramayana. I don't like this person because he's a murderer. God doesn't speak like that. He doesn't think. He doesn't think like that. Because He's everything. Does the space say that I like earth, but I don't like the sun? Will the space say that? I like the solar system where the earth is because there are human beings there, From space's point of view, or earth's point of view, or air point of view, or fire point of view, there are good people, there are bad people. All of them are living on this earth. Is earth affected by any of the two? It's allowing good people also to walk on its bosom, and the bad people also to walk on the bosom. Correct? The space allows the heat of the sun to express itself. The space also allows the coolness of the moon to express itself. It is not biased towards this or that. But the Lord is saying, I am not biased towards anyone. I am in the middle. I am not affected by anyone. No one is dear to me. Nobody is not dear to me. Because everything is me. Here He says, Aham sarvatra. I am everywhere. Just like space is everywhere. I am everywhere. Sarvadrug. And I see everything without getting involved. What do? We see everything and we get involved. I do not have anyone who is either dear or opposed, inimical to me. So nobody is dear to me, nobody is an enemy of mine. I don't love anyone, I don't hate anyone. Then what do you do, sir? I don't do anything. I just being me. In being me, and who is this me? Who is Sarvatra? I am me, and what is this me? That is everywhere in the same. It is not this space is good and that space outside is bad. No. This space is good because satsang is going on. There is God, Hanumanji there. And toilet space is bad. It's not like that. All space is good. Space by nature is accommodative. Similarly, divinity by nature is auspicious. Nothing is inauspicious in it. So here the technical word that he is using is Aham sarvatra samadrug dveshyo va priya eva va. I see everything equally, good and bad. Joys and sorrows, victory and defeat, gain and loss, past and future, inside, outside, up and down, behind and front, everywhere, everything. I am in the middle. In other words, the Lord is saying that I am the center with no periphery. I am the center everywhere with no periphery. So there is no boundary line, but I am everywhere. Where is space boundary line? Where is the space's boundary? No, there is no, you can see the horizon, but that is not the boundary line. The space continues. They still haven't discovered where does the space go and end. That space is being illumined by you, the consciousness, by the divinity. So even more subtler than space is that divinity. In this manner, the Lord says, Nasti me kalpa kasyeva bhajato no bhajamyaham manmaya mohita dhiyo mamamba manujakrutim sukha dukkhadyanugatam jananti natu tattvataha drushtya madgocharam jnanam utpannam te bhavapaham. He says, just like a magician does not have any attachment or detachment with the subjects created by his illusion creating powers, I too likewise do not have either affection or malice, ill will towards anyone. Another example, just like gold doesn't like a necklace because it goes in the neck and it hates the anklet which goes at the foot. No, gold is gold, it doesn't care. Just like the water does not have a like towards a soft, gentle wave and it has hatred towards tsunami. No, water is water. It doesn't like or dislike anything because it is everything. So same way Bhagavan is telling, Lord is telling here that truth is water. What is a wave on it? An illusion. What is the ocean on the water? An illusion. What is the ornament on the gold? Can the ornament be created without gold? No. Then what is ornament? A particular name and form of gold is called an ornament. Correct? So name and form is illusion. Truth is gold. Name and form is illusion, meaning wave and ocean are illusion. Truth is water. Same way, the whole world is illusion. The truth is the divinity. Be the divinity, merge into the divinity, remember the divinity incessantly, constantly, with faith and love and surrender. So here he says that this whole creation is just, I am not attached to this creation, and I too likewise do not have either affection or malice towards anyone. So neither towards the world I have attachment or detachment, and neither to any being I have any attachment or detachment. Then why some people are good and why some, because of their actions they are good and bad. Why people are happy and miserable? Because of their mind orientation they are happy and joyful. Because of their desires they are happy and miserable. It's not, don't blame God for that. It is your desire. God has got no desire. I take care of all in consonant with the way they remember and worship me. Just like if you go with an ugly face, contorted face in front of a mirror, what will you see? A contorted face. If you go with a smiling face, what will you see? A smiling reflection. If you go in front of the mirror, that fellow he will also show you the same thing. I'll punch you. From there also in the mirror someone will say, I'll punch you. Just like mirror has no likes or dislikes. It only reflects whatever comes in front of it, isn't it? Such are saints and sages. Such is the divinity also. And this is the goal we have to reach to, where we have got no judgments, we have got no biasness, we have got no attachments, we have got no desires, we have got no memories, we have got no expectations. We have become empty. Whenever we become empty, that's when we are meditating, isn't it? But we become so empty, not for a short period of time, but a continuous, elongated period of time. The empty mind is like the mirror, conscious. You're not sleeping. Your mind is empty, but you're conscious. You're alert. You're vigilant. Not towards the world, not towards the emptiness. You're alert and vigilant towards the being that you are, without a thought. Then such a person becomes a mirror. You come with love, you will be reciprocated with love. You come with hatred, hatred will be reciprocated. You come with manipulation, manipulation will be reciprocated. Because mirror just, whatever comes in front, the mirror just reflects that. This is how saints and sages live even today. It is a higher way of living. Well, higher, this is the way the divine is. Where are we? Sukha dukkhadyanugatam jananti na tu tattvataha. And they, the who don't know, the people, they jananti na tu, but they don't know the tattva, they don't know their own divine essence. Therefore, sukha dukkha, therefore they keep shuttling between joys and sorrows. Anugatam. Because they do not realize my true nature in form and in essence, it is, and therefore they keep shuttling between sukha dukkha. Drishtya mad gocharam jnanam utpannam te bhavapaham. And there in the last verse he says, it is your great fortune that you have come to understand and realize my essential supreme truth, reality, which can remove the fears of this mundane delusionary world of birth and death. Wherever there is coming and going, wherever there is birth and death, wherever there is manifestation and unmanifestation, there will be fear. There will be fear. But when we surrender to the Lord, He makes us fearless. Because what is coming and going? What is coming and going? Form is coming and going. What is the form? The wave form is coming and going, but the water remains the same. If you choose to be the form of the wave, you will be afraid of death. But if you decide that, come to realize that I am the water, let the form go, it does not matter. This is called realization. There you go. And as a result of that realization, there is no fear. Fear comes from duality or multiplicity. Where there is only unity of experience, there cannot be any fear. In deep sleep, are you afraid? In dream, are you afraid? Yes, sometimes. In dream, sometimes. You are excited also, you are afraid also, just like in waking. But in deep sleep, have you ever become afraid? Then what do we call deep sleep as? A blissful experience, isn't it? Blissful experience. Even though it is temporary, but it's blissful. Why? There are no thoughts there. There is no I there. Ego is dissolved into its source. If we can recreate that experience consciously, it will be wonderful, isn't it? So here he says that because you have come to me, because she goes and says, I am at your refuge and show me the way. And this is not only to Kaikeyi, to his mother. In other words, she is telling us also that come, remember me in your heart constantly, day and night, and I'll deliver you. I'll deliver you. And when? Achirat. Instantaneously. Continuing the next verse, 68 and 69. Smaranti tishta bhavane lipyase na cha karmabhihi ityukta sa parikramya ramam sananda vismaya pranamya shatasho bhumau yayau geham mudanvita भरतस्तु सहामात्यैः मातृभिर्गुरुणा सह स्मरन्ति तिष्ठ भवने लिप्यसे न च कर्मभिः. He says, keep on remembering me and stay in the house. Don't run around. He's telling his mother. In other words, he's telling us, don't run around with desire. If work is taking you to go, if you have to drop the kids, go. If you have to pick up, go. If it has to be done every day, do it. But don't do it out of desire. Then what do you desire? Only remembering the divinity in your heart. Only remembering the divinity. Keep on remembering. Keep on remembering me and stay in the house, for by doing this you shall not be tied to the shackles of deeds and their fruit. So, what are the places that you perform action? What are the places? Manasa, Vacha, Kaya. Action means movement from one point to the another point. If there is a point here and a point here, if action or activity means I move this finger, I moved from here. So what was the action? The action was of the finger from this point A to point B. So movement is necessary for action to take place. If there is no activity, there is no movement. Correct? They are both complementary. The words are. So here is saying that keep remembering me and stay in the house. It's not told about the physical house. House of the mind, house of your heart. Hridis, in the previous verse he said, remember me in your heart. So that is your house. So don't go out of the house now. Where will you go out of the heart? You will go into convictions. You will go into waking dream, deep sleep. You will go into past. You will go into future. Don't get out of the house. So remain inside the heart. Remain remembering me. So in that sense. For by doing this, you shall not be tied to the shackles of deed and their fruit. So now remember, I was telling you this, that action means movement. Movement happens at three levels. At the body level, body is moving, my hand is moving. Second is speech level. The speech is continuously, bullets are coming out like machine gun, movement. And the third is thoughts. Also, thoughts are also movement. Thought is coming, dying. Again another one is coming and again going away. The third one is coming and going away. This action at the body level is gross, action at the speech level is subtle, and the action at the thought level is subtlest. See? So he has said, what has he said? You remember me in your heart. He has brought her. Don't think about the body. Don't think about the speech. Think of me alone in your heart. That's all. Then he says, when Ityukta sa parikramya Ramam sananda vismaya. When Ramchandraji spoke in this manner, Kaikeyi was perplexed and astonished to hear such high words of wisdom for the first time from the mouth of Ram, whom till the other day she had been treating with contempt and scorn, and as a competitor to her son for the throne. Gladly and cheerfully circumambulated around him. This is our tradition in Hindu culture, that when we go to the temple, we go 3 times around the Lord statue, and as a sign of obeisance, as a sign of surrender. What do we surrender in the first round going around? We surrender the gross body. Then second time, we surrender the mind. Third round, we surrender the intellect. Is there a fourth round? Nothing left. Nothing left. Gross, subtle and causal, gone. But if you say, no, I have to surrender, what about the breath and what about the deep sleep? Then go. Then do 5 times. First the gross body, then the vital body, then the mental body, then the intellectual body, then the causal body. 5 times you do it then. But normally they do it 3, or some people are those who, because the more you think, the more you will have to do. But what is our rule? From many to one. That is the rule. Today Sanskrit also same thing. From many to one. From many words to one word. Sanskrit wants to compact everything as much as it can. The same thing here. It's that philosophy has come from here, from our Vedas, from our scriptures. That's how the language came about. I don't know which one came about. The Vedas came first or the language came first. Grammar must have come afterwards, but the excuse me. So when she realized that these high words of wisdom coming from Sri Ram, whom I was thinking not in a favorable manner, immediately she goes around, she realizes she's standing in front of divinity, and she goes around 3 times and gives her obeisance and puts her head on the ground and bowed before him hundreds of times. And here it is not, mother is not bowing at the feet of the son, but she is showing her respect and reverence by thank you, very much, like that. Again and again and again and again. And thereafter, Pranamya shatasho bhumau yayau geham mudanvita. Pranamya shatasho bhumau. She again and again prostrated to the Lord and yayau geham mudanvita. And Bharatastu maha saha matyahi matrubhir gurunasaha. And then they, all of them, Bharat, the mother, and the Sumantra, the Amatya, he was the prime minister of the kingdom, and Matru, all the other mothers, the Kaikeyi, the Sumitra and Kausalya, and Guruna Saha, and also along with the gurus. So Vishwamitra ji has come. They all started moving back to their kingdom. Ayodhyam Ayodhyagamat Shrigram Ramamevanuchintayan Paurajanapadan Sarvan Ayodhyayam Udaradihi. Ayodhyam Agamat Shigram. Agamat Shigram. Shigram means quickly. Agama means came back to Ayodhya quickly. Why? Entire army and all the ministers, with only minuscule people to run the country, they had left. Everyone else had come to meet Ram. Anyone can come and control, loot, plunder, kill, take over the kingdom. Immediately, Shigram, very quickly they went back. And keep on remember, where are we? This one. And so Bharat, along with his ministers, mothers, and sage Vashishta, departed for Ayodhya quickly, and remembering Sri Ram all along the way. Now their goal is not running the kingdom, their goal is not maintaining the kingdom. Then they are going to run the kingdom, they are going to maintain the kingdom, they are going to protect the kingdom, but they do it as a service to the Lord. Because Bharat has come to know he is the Lord, Kaikeyi has come to know he is the Lord, other sage Vashishta already knows he is the Lord, all the other ministers have already come to know that he is the Lord. So a different disposition in the minds of everyone. And the wise Bharat is, and after they come back to Ayodhya, singing Ram's glory all along the way, the Bharat is the wise person. He is a very intelligent man. He didn't fall in for power and control. Chalo, brother, my mom did a good thing, let me just now become the king. Not like that. So he comes, he establishes the sandals on the throne, and he tells the the citizens of the city and the subjects in the various parts in proper, and he started ruling the kingdom in a just manner, as if he is doing the seva to the, he is a caretaker, seva to the Lord. He is a caretaker of the kingdom for the Lord. Just like Shivaji, one day he called Samartha Ramdas and he came. He said, please come and sit on my throne. The moment the great saint sat on the throne, this is 400-500 years ago, the moment he sat on the throne, he said, now this is my throne, this is not yours anymore, because you made me sit here. Will you do my bidding? Yes, sir. The king said, young boy said, yes, sir. He says, spread the boundaries of this kingdom as far as you can. Don't do it for my sake, do it for the sake of the divine. And Shivaji went all the way to Iran, conquering, to Tashkent, conquering. It lasted very short time, but he did not do it for his personal interest. He did it for as a offering to the teacher. A mother sacrifices her sleep, her food, her comfort, her health, everything for the sake of the child. It is always when the greater the goal in front of us for which we are working, the more energy and more sacrifice comes. That energy and sacrifice can never be for a house and wealth, and it will last only for some time. Greater the goal, greater the sacrifice required. So with that, where are we? We'll just do quickly, I'll read it because in next 4 verses this topic concludes. Sthapayitva yathanyayam nandigramam yayai swayam tatra simhasane nityam paduke sthapya bhaktitaha पूजयित्वा यथा रामं गन्धपुष्पाक्षतादिभिः राजोपचारैरखिलैः प्रत्यहं नियतव्रतः फलमूलाशनोदान्तो जटावल्कलधारकः अधशायी ब्रह्मचारी शत्रुघ्नः सहितस्तदा. He himself went to Nandigram. So, having established the sandals of his brother, who is the Lord himself, on the throne, the Bharat, this younger brother, he did not sit on a throne next to it. He went to a hut outside the kingdom and started living there, and that place was called Nandigram. He also started living like his elder brother. Ochre robes, bark clothes, hair put up in a bun on the top, and bare feet, just like his brother. And sitting in that village, in that hut, he was running the kingdom through his ministers. That was his sacrifice to his brother. That if my brother is living like this, I will also not live like in opulence. I will also live like him. And there he respectfully put enshrined throne sandals on the throne and began to worship them daily and with due devotion and sincerity as representative of Sri Ram, with scented sticks, flowers, offerings of rice and other things that are to be offered. In this manner, Bharat, along with Shatrughna is the 4th brother, began to live piously a very austere life, eating fruits and roots, restraining his sense organs and observing self-restraint, wearing matted hairs and clothes of birch, sleeping on the ground and observing celibacy of the highest order. This should be our daily life. We want water bed. Roll this way, the water goes everywhere. Roll this way, the water goes everywhere. I never slept in water bed, but I have tried it out. Water bed. We want all different types of clothes. Silk and polyester and cotton and superfine cotton and lizzy busy and I don't know what else. Huh? We want glasses. Plastic nahi chalenge. No, we want carbon glass. there is no end to it. If you want to realize the self or merge yourself into the divinity, if you continue living the way you are, it is never going to happen. You have to change the rules of engagement with this world. And what is the rules of engagement? First, remember the divine constantly. Where? In your heart. Second, consciously don't get engaged with the world. Not out of desire. If duty calls it, do it. But out of desire, no. Out of need to involve with the world, no. Don't waste your vitalities. Don't waste your vitalities. Conserve your energy. And the more focused you are, remember, from many thoughts to one thought, the more focused you are, automatically all your vitality from the lower chakras, it will start moving upwards, and it will purify your mind. It will make you become even more focused. It will make you bright. It will make you become tejasvi. Memory retention will come. You see things and immediately you understand what it is all about. You look at a person, immediately you come to understand what that person is all about. You look at a text or a word or a verse in the text, immediately you understand what it's trying to convey. Without any delay, that comes when you have conserved your vitalities and they have gone and purified your mind. That vitality is the fire. And in this manner, Phalamula Shanyo Danto Jatavalkala Dharka Adhashayi Brahmachari Shatrugna Sahitas Tada. And this all we have already seen, that you don't give in to comfort for the body. And just the way Ramchandraji, Lakshman and Sita are living in the forest, Bharat and Shatrugna also are living, copying that, are living the same lifestyle here, but at the same time running the country. Just last one. Rajakaryani sarvani yavanti prithvi tale tani padukayo samyak nivedayati raghavaha ganayan divasaneva ramagamana kankshaya Sthito Ramarpita Manaha Saksha Brahma Muniryatha. Whatever administrative work on the earth kingdom came his way, Raghav, Bharat used to offer them as a petition, placed it before the sandals of Sri Ram for disposal, for instructions in the form of inspirational guidance. Do we do that in our life? Whatever comes, life is always going to ask you to, some job will come. Some job is going to come. Bathroom ठीक करना है, balcony ठीक करनी है, I have to sell the house or I have to buy a house, or I have to take care of my body is giving me a lot of trouble. I have to take care of it. I have to take care of it, or he has to take care of it. So even though I say I have to take care of it, but how do I take care of it? By surrendering it at the feet of the Lord. Lord, you inspire me. What is the best way to take care of this situation? What is the best way to take care of where I am finding myself right now? Shishyasteham shadhimam tam prapannam karpanya dosho pahata swabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha Nishraya syat nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadhimam tam prapannam. I don't know what is right and wrong. Karpanya dosho. I am kripana. I do not know what is right and wrong. Please tell me what is the highest good for me. Why you should tell me, O Lord, what is highest good for me? Because I am your devotee and I am your disciple. This should be our prayer every moment in our heart. Whenever our attention goes to the world, offer it to the world. Offer the pain to the Lord, offer the success to the Lord. Instead of getting excited and miserable, offer it, remain center, offer it to Him. If a situation arisen, what to do? No, ab kya karo? whatever he decides. And inner push will come for you to move in a particular direction. And from inside, a very solid thought will come, which even if you want to remove from your mind, you will not be able to remove. But it is because he is putting it there, because you surrendered to him. And that's a smarter way of living life than I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to survive, I have to control, I have to secure. That is the foolish way. That is the egoistical way. And when we live life by surrendering everything to the Lord, just like Bharat is doing, Shatrughna is doing, that is a smart way. Is the kingdom not being taken care of? It is. Will this kingdom not be taken care of? It will be. Will this not kingdom be taken care of? It will be. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Bhagwan says, the Lord says, exclusively think about me and I will take care of everything that you have. And I take care meaning I will protect everything that you have, and whatever is required I will provide. That is his assurance. And still we don't want to remember him. Still we don't want to remember him. So from this particular incident, this is what we are learning. That such a great, wise Bharat, he is also running the kingdom as situations in a kingdom will always come. And does it mean that, no, I'm not going to fight? No. He says the fellow is attacking the kingdom. He offers it to the feet of the Lord. He says, go. Whatever the inspiration comes to fight, diplomacy. Send the spies and find out what is the itch that this fellow is having. This kingdom always situations are there. So in this manner, in this way, Ganayan devasaneva Ramagamana Kankshaya Sthito Ramarpita Manaha Sakshat Brahma Munir. In this way, waiting out the period of exile, how many years? 14 years. 14 years of exile, counting each passing day patiently but anxiously, meaning it's not anxiousness out of misery, but out of love, that when these days are going to be over, that I can embrace and not just serve the sandals of my brother, but I can be with him and then serve him, and be in his company and soothe my eyes by looking at him day in and day out. But actually fixed his attention on Sri Ram and spent days like a truly attained sage for the stature of Brahma, not for of the stature of Brahma. And in such manner, Bharat Maharaj, he has become a living saint in those 14 years. That's why he is not called Bharat, he is called Mahatma Bharat. So Ramchandraji realized Yoga Vashishta. Sita was born realized, because Lakshmiji has taken birth. Both of them come together. And here now, Lakshmanji's job is he is the Sheshnag, he is the time himself who is serving the Lord. Bharatji, he is also come to, he has come to be the saint. He was always very, very, he is the shadow of Sri Ram. He is the shadow of Sri Ram. And in this way, we'll stop from here. What happens next? Now again the scene moves back to Chitrakoot. What is happening with Ram, Sita and Lakshman? We'll take that from the 76th verse. We'll start in our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment.